Hey everyone, what's up? It's Crod9 here with a Luminous video. So, I want to give you guys a skill point guide, which a lot of you have been asking me for, so here we go. So I'm going to go over my beginner skills first and then give a small explanation of what everything is. Blessing of Fairy is something you get with an Explorer class. I'm not sure if it's any other classes, but because of that, I get an additional 20 attack, 20 magic attack, and accuracy on avoidability, thanks to my Bowmaster, which is level 200. Next I have Emperor's Blessing, which is used for if you have a Cygnus Knight or a Mihail on that account. So my Mihail is level 140 I believe, and that is why I have my Blessing at 24 attack. Will of the Alliance is something every Luminous will get. I'm not sure if you can get it as any other jobs anymore. It was an event-based quest, so Luminous gets 100%. I'm not sure about everything else. Next we have Sunfire, which is the light component of Luminous. So if you look, for example, at this is the light component. This would be Sunfire. The dark component would be Eclipse, which is right here. Light Wash is the link skill for Luminous. It can be linked with any other characters. I have it on my Phantom, and it ignores 10% of enemy defense, which will, in the end, increase your damage output. There's also Equilibrium, which will combine both light and dark and give you an extreme burst of attack, and you can basically spam either, let me get the names, Death Scythe or Ender, and by spamming those you get a lot more damage. Change of light to dark mode is basically this thing right here. When you want to switch to Equilibrium, which I cannot show you as an example, you double click it and it will either take one away from the dark or one away from light, and you will enter Equilibrium for, I think it's about 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds or 10 seconds? Yeah, for 10 seconds. And then you go into dark mode, or if you're in dark mode and use Equilibrium, you go into light mode, vice versa. Inner light is just an additional int and MP component. Flash blink is something that I messed up and did not notice at the beginning of my videos. This is basically, I can't show you here, but it's a random teleport. I didn't know that it was a random teleport at the beginning because I wasn't paying attention. Pirate Blessing is Cannoneerling skill. Fury Unleashed is Demon Slayer. Phantom Instinct is Phantom. Elven Blessing is Mercedes. Nebula Fusion is something you're gonna get, and then Core Aura, which is Jet. That is beginner skills. I would suggest you try to have as many link skills as possible. Mihail is not necessary, but it's always helpful. Let's move on to first job advancement, where you will max every single skill. I would not suggest any specific order, but if you must listen, I personally just put one into Flash, a few into Flash, a few into Abyss Drop. Then I went straight into Light Speed because I thought this was a teleport, but I was using the wrong one. But I would really suggest you get that. Next, go into Dark Affinity because it will increase your damage, so you may want to do that possibly earlier on. It's only 5 points, so that's only 2 levels really. And then Mana Well will increase your MP, which is really nice. Max these at your own pace, at what you like. Don't worry about going, what should I do first? It's first job, you're not going to be able to screw up. Everything will get maxed, don't worry about it. Now, second job, you're going to max everything except for one skill with only 1 point. Blinding Pillar is not something I've used a lot. I barely use it, to be honest. I've used it later on at mobs, such as Lionheart Castle, but even then, I've barely used it. I only use it when I need to mob monsters. But even then, I have Meteor for that, which is also called Morning Star. So, you may want to avoid that. I believe I went into Silvan Lance. Sorry if I said that wrong, because this is your main attacking skill up to level 60. So I would suggest put 1 or 2, yeah, put 2 points on that, maybe 1, it doesn't really matter. Max out High Wisdom and max out Spell Mastery. These are your passive skills that will increase your damage output incredibly. Then just max out Black Blessing and then Magic Booster, and then you can max out Lance and Pressure Void. I went with Light basically because this was a much better mobbing skill at Gestures. So it's up to you, but I would suggest that you don't worry about these top 3 for a while. Focus on the bottom ones and leave Blinding Pillar at level 9. You will not use this really at all. Don't worry about it. Next we have third job advancement, which again you max out everything except one skill, and that one skill will be Ray of Redemption. This is a very nice skill, but it's very very kind of worthless. It does heal your party members, which is nice, but to the point where it's not worth maxing out. Everything else is more useful. Lunar Tide, I would, okay, let me just go and say, put 1 in Spectral Light. This is your main skill. Even at level 159 right now, I'm still using it to kill Lionheart Castle mobs because it's the Hurricane of Luminous. I'll explain that a bit later. So put 1 or 2 on that. Put 1 or 2 on Moonlight Spear, and the reason why I'm saying 1 or 2 because it doesn't really matter. They're both basically the same. So just put 1 on Light, put 1 on Spear, put 1 on Death, put everything on 1 just for the hell of it. But then when you max out things, I would suggest you max out Lunar Tide and Photic Meditation side by side. I personally don't remember what I did, but Photon Medication is probably more important because it gives you magic attack, which, if you guys would know, increases your output damage. So really, I would suggest maxing this out. Max out Lunar Tide, max out Dust Guard, then max out Spectral Light, then Moonlight Spear, then Dev Scythe, then Shadow Shell. Shadow Shell I barely use, really, it's not very useful. So in the end, max out everything except the Ray of Redemption. Like I said, it looks nice, it's useful for healing, but the skill really isn't that useful in terms of mobbing and killing. Now, I do not have many skills maxed at 4th job, because I do not have the books. I don't plan to major Luminous. I just plan to play it for the hell of it right now. So, me, leveling it up isn't the main priority at the moment. So, I would suggest you put 1 on Reflection, put 1 on everything at the beginning. Like, as you start, Maple Warrior is an exception, you don't have to put anything on that yet, but put 1 on everything. Now, I did this a bit differently than most people. I would suggest maxing out Darkness Mastery at the beginning, because number 1, it's only 5 points, and it increases your Eclipse, which you're going to transfer more so than not. Then again, it depends on your playstyle. Either you like the light style, dark style, or you prefer both and you want to change it up here and there. So there's always that. But I would just suggest just max it out, get it out of the way, don't worry about it later. Then Magic Mastery, because this is your passive skill. You need this because it increases your damage, increases your mastery, and increases your minimum critical damage. It basically tightens up your range, which is really nice. So just go for that, max it out, get the book. It's free at the moment when you hit level 100, I believe, or 70, so you may as well just grab it, So next, if I get the books, I'm gonna max out Arcane Pinch right afterwards. Sorry, Pitch. Yeah, not Pinch. So this is gonna be the next book I'm gonna max out. Then Dark Crescendo, and then I would suggest you max out Reflection, Apocalypse, Ender, Morningstar being one of the last ones. You do not need Morningstar. It's useful, but it's not that useful. Reflection will be your main attack, but like I said, I see myself using Spectral Light more often than I should. So that's a quick guide. If you have any questions, please do comment down below. I will read them. I will answer them. But try to read the comments if somebody else has asked the same thing. If not, you're free to comment and ask me whatever. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for my next video, which will be sometime in the future. So catch you around later. See ya.